Burlington, style for everyone.
While serving in Iraq, Sergeant Jason Nielsen suffered a paralyzing injury. Paralyzed Veterans of America's service officers are trained to help injured veterans get all the benefits they've earned. To help paralyzed veterans, visit pva.org.
Weather on Talk Radio 640 WGST.
Good morning. This is CBS 46 meteorologist Jennifer Valdez. We have a chilly day ahead, breezy as well. Highs only reaching the mid-40s. The good news is that rain is ending, so we will see improving conditions throughout the day. But tonight, temperatures will plummet. We are under a freeze warning from 11 p.m. tonight through 8 a.m. Friday morning. Temperatures near or below freezing with lots of 20s across the area. We will warm up nicely, though, by Friday, highs in the mid-50s. Then we'll be in the 60s and sunny all weekend long. This has been CBS 46 meteorologist Jennifer Valdez.
Talk Radio 640 WGST.
Need an excuse to take a 2-hour lunch? The Dana Barrett Show is on now. Live from the WGST studios in Atlanta, here's your host, Dana Barrett.
So the question is, will Nancy Pelosi be Speaker of the House or won't she? That is bubbling up as one of the big headlines of the week. And I think it's time for us to talk about it here on the Dana Barrett Show. So Nancy Pelosi is just, as of today, saying she has the votes, that she will be reelected as Speaker, that she does believe she has the votes. And she is pointing to the big win in the House, the number of seats picked up, that she, led her team to this incredible victory, talking about, she's saying, look, there's still a few races to be decided, but she's saying the Democrats are going to pick up close to 40 seats, which is the biggest gain since 1974, when she, back when the so-called Watergate babies came in. But there are those in the Democratic Party, especially some of the freshman Congress people who are coming in, who are saying they will not vote for her. She is undaunted and is saying that she, in fact, will get the votes. So, look, we shall see. It does look like there is a challenger potentially, and that is Marcia. Am I getting her first name right? Is it Marcia Fudge? Something Fudge. And she's also obviously a female. She's a little bit younger than Nancy Pelosi, Nancy Pelosi, I believe, is in her late 70s. Marcia Fudge is in her mid-60s. If I'm getting her name right. Am I getting it right? Ohio. She's a congresswoman from Ohio.
Marcia Fudge.
Yeah. And she's 66 years old, former chairman of the Congressional Black Caucus. She says she's building her own diverse coalition as she considers, she hasn't totally thrown her hat in the ring, but considering a run for Speaker, talking with some allies, et cetera, and trying to figure out if it's the right thing to do at the right time. And you've got people debating this all over the place. I think it's really unfair how polarizing Nancy Pelosi has become and why. And it is a real issue. Like, it's not a made up issue. It is a real issue. There are people that are, genuinely opposed to her being there for, what they think is a good reason. I don't necessarily agree, but the reason being given is it's time for new leadership in the Democratic Party. And she represents the old guard. She represents, quote, the establishment, unquote. And that's why she has to go. And I struggle with this, but before we get into my personal struggle, I want to play a little bit of what some of the people that are for and against her are saying. So one of the main guys that's sort of ramping up the anti-Nancy Pelosi campaign, if you will, amongst House Democrats is a guy named Seth Moulton. He is a representative, a Democratic representative from Massachusetts, and here's what he had to say.
The vast majority of Democrats are crying out for leadership across this country, for new leadership. That's very clear everywhere you go. So this is the message that was sent by the midterms. They wouldn't have sent such an incredibly young, diverse, dynamic class of new leaders if that wasn't the case. So I understand that there are a bunch of Washington people that want Speaker Pelosi to return. But the American people want new leadership. The American people deserve new leadership. Our party deserves leaders that people look to and say, that's the future of our country.
I mean, I hear ya, but it feels weak to me as arguments go. I do feel like the American people are speaking out for new leadership, a.k.a. they want someone to push back against Donald Trump. Nancy Pelosi should not be blamed for being older or female or just somebody who's been around for a while. There's nothing wrong with any of that. If there's a policy reason for Nancy Pelosi to be pushed out, then let's hear it. But all I hear is we want new blood. Well, when you ask just for new blood, you get Donald Trump. I mean, should we not learn a lesson from that? That is what the country did with Donald Trump. They said, we just want change. We don't care. We just want change, 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 change. You got change. And it's a little bit of a nightmare. So, and honestly, if you think about policy as it relates to Donald Trump and policy as it relates to Nancy Pelosi, let's take Donald Trump. The policies that everybody is so happy about with Donald Trump, the things that people insist they're going to vote for him again because of, for example, tax cuts, his policies in and around money. Perhaps you like what he's doing on immigration in terms of his, what he wants. No, hold on, I'm going to back myself up there for a second. What he's actually accomplished is tax reform. That's the main thing. And maybe cutting back on some regulation. Those are sort of two tenets of Republicans, less regulation and tax cuts. Any Republican would have done those two things. With a fully controlled Republican president, Republican House, Republican Senate, any Republican would have done those. You didn't need a Donald Trump-like character in there to do those and to stir up as much trouble as he has on other fronts. There are policy issues there, but he was elected just for change. And there was no need for that because he hasn't accomplished any of the big things that he was going to do. The building a wall, for example. There's no wall, right? He's going to fix everything with North Korea. Well, that didn't happen. In fact, it's maybe gotten worse. So, I think you have to be careful when all you cry out for is change and you don't actually, you remove what works and put in place, we don't know, nothing. I mean, the argument for me is not hasn't been, hey, we have a great idea for who should be leader. It's we want Nancy Pelosi out. And that does not feel like a valid argument to me. We're going to continue talking through this because there are a lot of Democrats that are still supporting Pelosi. So we'll continue the conversation right after this.
More Dana Barrett Show coming up on Talk Radio 640 WGST.
Here's Wes Ellis, Vice President of the Jim Ellis Automotive Group. Family owned and operated since 1971.
It's hard to believe, but the holiday season is right around the corner. A time to gather with friends and family and give thanks for the blessings in our lives. At Jim Ellis Automotive, we have a lot to be thankful for, and we are most thankful for our valuable customers. Thank you for the opportunity to earn your business and for sharing your Jim Ellis experience with others. If shopping for a new or pre-owned vehicle is on your to-do list this holiday season, I invite you to visit any of our family-owned and operated dealerships, where you can always shop, buy, and trade your way. 2019 inventory is arriving daily, which means now is a great time to save on all remaining in-stock 2018 models. Or take advantage of our exceptional savings on more than 2,000 pre-owned vehicles. To learn more, visit jimellis.com. And from our family to yours, have a wonderful Thanksgiving holiday.
And now it's time for your Joyville health tip on the Dana Barrett Show.
Want to improve your career? Clearer thoughts, sharper focus, and improved memory will make a big difference. Hi, I'm Honey Berger, founder and CEO of Joyville. There's tons of advice about how to perform at your best, but don't get overwhelmed. Just add blueberries to your diet. This sweet fruit has mind-blowing health benefits. Besides protecting you against some chronic diseases, blueberries enhance your brain health and improve your memory. Add them to your breakfast or enjoy them as dessert. Super easy, right? But your situation is unique, and that's where a health coach comes in. Consider working with a Joyville health coach to help you feel and look great, sleep better, and perform at your best.
The Joyville team of trained and experienced health coaches can help you create sustainable lifestyle changes that help with weight management, stress, sleep, and digestion. For more information, call 1-866-JOYVILE or visit www.joyville.com. That's JOYVIAL.com.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Black Friday savings start now at Ace with our biggest holiday light sale of the season. We have everything you need to deck the halls with huge savings on holiday lights. Find great deals like buy one get one free on 100-count LED mini light sets or 20% off all regular price Celebrations LED light sets. It's the best time to buy your holiday lights and everything you need to make your home the best looking house on the block. Only at Ace. Offer valid through November 26th at participating stores while supplies last.
Hey Atlanta, Dana Barrett here. Do you have social media envy? Do you see other companies and brands that are totally getting it right and wonder where they find the time? Well, I know the answer. It's Briller Media. They handle my social media and make me look like a boss. And this is coming from a control freak. Whitney and the team at Briller are so good at what they do. They get to know your business and your voice, and they keep the posts coming. You get a solid social media presence for a great price, plus the kind of online growth that leads to real dollars coming in. And you get to have a little bit of your busy life back. And here's the best part. Briller Media is a one-stop shop. Got content? I thought not. Briller can help with that too. Need an email newsletter or a blog post handled? They got you. Want to do a podcast or Facebook Live video? They can do that too. Contact my friends at Briller Media today. It's time for everyone else to wonder how you do it all. Go to BrillerMedia.com. That's BRILLAR media.com.
Whoa, long time no see. It's me, the Rock t-shirt in the back of your closet. Dude, remember? You crowd surfed in me, man. But you haven't worn me in like forever. I get it, you're retired, but I still got some rock left in me. So take me to Goodwill, where I can really make a difference.
Your donations to Goodwill create jobs, training programs, and education assistance for people in your community.